Okay.
Um,
Let's
oh,
begin, my friend.
welcome to what's our podcast called? Please watch our podcast. Please.
I think the name's a bit desperate, to be honest. But that's how
I
you make it in the big world.
exactly.
It gets attention.
We're gonna be the next Joe Rogan. Both of us
Just you
together.
wait. In a month, one of us will be cracked out and will be swimming in money. I promise you.
I call being the one taking what did he take? Like he took like horse. What was
Did he take steroids?
he took? Well, like he took like something to do with horses to fight off like the COVID vaccine. I was like, Anyways, anyways. My
Enough
name is
cricket.
my. I guess we. My name is Connor
And I am the fabulous McFurious, your
Curious.
co-host.
Do you wanna? You don't have to give your real name.
Nah, McFurious is dope. That's
There you
me.
go. There you go. And today we are talking about the movie Antlers. Do you remember who it was directed by? No. Do you remember who it was directed by?
Not really. I'm like, I didn't know there was a quiz.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay,
So the reason
I
we're
want to
doing this.
start off
Oh,
with something though.
yes. Yes. Go.
Hey, I appreciate that it was a Wendigo movie. All
Mm,
right, we
okay.
were talking about that. It's good.
Mhm.
I like
Like,
that there's
did you
Wendigos.
you like the idea of the Wendigo? Like the so what I thought, I should have done more research. I really didn't care. So what I thought, like how you became a Wendigo, you ate human flesh, and that's how you became a Wendigo. Is that
That's
that
correct.
is that how
Yeah.
the person? We're spoiling this movie, by the way. Antlers.
We're
It's called Antlers.
diving deep. It's called Antlers.
Is that how he became a Wendigo
Okay. Well, in the movie or like how it's supposed to happen?
in the movie? Because I thought
In the
that's how
movie,
like.
they goofed up. I'm looking at my notes. They goofed up on some stuff. I basically wrote down a list of every time I saw something that made me roll my eyes, and there's a
Mm,
lot.
um,
Um,
but yeah, the movie kind of starts with a dad and his son kind of talking to each other. The son's like, "I heard something, Daddy." He called him Daddy, and every time I see that, I just
just
cringe.
squirm a little bit.
It's like a little oh, no, thank you.
Okay, well, to be fair, the cinematography for that scene was kind of cool. I liked it.
This I want to give like where they filmed it. It was probably in Canada, like probably BC.
It looks
It was
nice.
good. It was good. Yeah.
I'm a
Um,
fan.
but yeah, they basically. I don't know what the guy's name who became a little Wendigo. I'm gonna call him Daddy. We don't know who he like. They don't really
What?
care.
He didn't get turned into a Wendigo.
The
Oh no,
dad,
that. Oh no, the kid. No, the kid.
the kid, no, like the kid's
Uh,
like, Daddy, I heard something, and then the dad goes into like this. They call it a
We're
mind.
just gonna call Daddy forever now.
That's what I said. We're gonna call him
Daddy
Daddy
turns into Wendigo.
because like they fight something in this mind. You don't really see it, and then yeah, we get a little intro.
Okay.
Your
Right.
thoughts? I'm
Right.
ready.
I thought it was good. I liked that. Honestly, at the start, I think was its strong point.
Mm.
Setting the mood. It's like a depressed old town.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's
Oregon.
not
It's
bad.
in Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon. I'm gonna open my list. I do think him calling him dad, like the kid calling him daddy, really took
Dude,
me
you need to
out.
get over this.
It took me out of it so hard. I was like,
He has a very squeaky voice. That's one thing I did want to add. I
mhm.
think people rank this movie low because people just fucking hate kid actors.
And
And I see it. I
to be honest,
see it.
the two kid actors in this were bad. Like there is points it's like, oh,
There were scenes where I was like, okay, this is fine. It kind of feels right. But there were scenes where it was so bad. Like, wow. Like that is not what a kid would do. It's really like over the top dramatic. Kids can't act. Sorry, little Timmy.
unless you're Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because wow, there was some scenes. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to throw some clips in there if we can with fair use.
don't know, man. That's
Dude, that's how you make good fucking video. Get that shit in there. This is we're cutting this from the video.
no. I'm keeping this all in, all natural, baby.
All in, baby.
Um. So
Okay, what happens next? Let's get there.
I'm trying to think. Did it go like after that? Did it just cut to a school, or
It's
was
all
it?
about the school then, yeah.
I'm pretty
Kids
sure it
just
just cut to the school, right? They're talking
yeah,
about um fairy tales,
fables
fables and
and
stuff.
mysteries. Yeah.
And they did name like they did say how Native Americans would come up with fables to I don't want to sound bad.
Well,
Basically
you're
they would
kind of right though.
yeah, they
She's
would come up
legit
with
referencing like the fable of the Wendigo. Kind of a
fables
hint.
to warn people, like basically tell like children not to do things, like eat people. Because
I mean, the original story of the Wendigo was that story was made so people wouldn't turn on each other and eat each other. They wanted to build people to work together, so shit like that wouldn't happen. So they made that story to protect people. But then it
also
was real.
also I do like the story takes place in like late September or early October, and it's just beautiful, like beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
They really use that to their advantage.
It looks
They
pretty
definitely.
nice.
We meet our main character Ellen, who I literally remember the name. I forget the name of the actress. You know what? Do you remember her name? Like the actor's name?
Dude, I didn't do the research. It's your job.
Maybe,
I just watched the
maybe.
movie. Okay, I came here for
Um,
the entertainment. I'm all in.
Rissell. Kurt Rissell.
Uh, I'll get in on
That
this.
that's the person. That's her name. I think her name is Ellen. Yeah, we're gonna call her Ellen. Um, but yeah, she's a teacher in a school in Oregon, and they were like, "Yo,
Dude, the little kid still looks depressed, even in his photo.
I know. Oh, you're looking at you went to the cast
Yeah,
list. Me
go on
too.
Google. The first thing, Jeremy T. Thomas already looks fucking wonked out.
Oh, shit, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Just for grandma, don't watch this. Her name's not
Grandma.
Ellen. It's Julia. It's Julia.
Julia Meadows. I don't remember them really saying that name.
I don't remember anything.
Alright, we're getting off
Um,
track. What happens next?
they're talking about fables, and then one girl's like Goldilocks and the Free Bears, and I'm like, wrong movie.
Very fucking important.
What's next, Mac? What's next, Mac?
What's
Mac
that? Oh,
first.
we get to watch this kid who's like fucking crazy. He goes in the woods and he like finds a skunk and he's like, me must kill. And at the same time, big fucking cliche, everyone's bullying him because he's a short freak. I'm like, oh, of course it's gonna happen.
Bro, did you see the pitch? I don't know if I sent it to you, but like when he's in nurse's office. Wow. I mean, why am I doing this? He's in the nurse's office. Holy, he's in the nurse's office, right? And you see his rib cage, basically. I'm like,
Yeah.
skinny.
But he's malnourished, man. It's not his fault.
And we find out why, don't we, Matthew?
We do. All right.
Yeah.
So we find out that the
Mm-hmm.
kid is supplying his parents with like meat because they're sick, quote unquote. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
He like locks them in the attic,
Mm-hmm.
which is creepy. A cool scene when he was like feeding them. I thought that was kind of cool.
Bro, the noises.
Yeah, they got some good
They got like
visuals and sound effects. It's
when he
good.
ate, like the little boy when he ate something and it was just like a crack. I'm like, ooh, no.
Then he just puked up blood like a baller.
Yeah, that happened. Did it happen now or later? Okay, yeah. We see the dad, and
Yeah,
and the worst thing that could happen to any man. He's bald now.
that's pretty bad. This is why it's
Yeah.
sponsored today by hair loss
What's
treatment.
hair loss treatment? Use code money.
Use
Thank you
use
very much.
code bald man on the floor screaming.
Oh my gosh! Like whenever they ate food, I was like, stop, stop, ew.
Okay, you're right.
Um,
All right. So
Yeah.
my third thing on my list that
Mm-hmm.
came after the So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the third thing on my list is cringy kid acting. There must have been many
Mm,
scenes where I was, ooh, like I'm sliding through the movie right now.
right. I hear a
Let's see
click.
some really bad ones. Some of the yeah, the kid has his moments where it's not bad, but oh, sometimes it's
Um,
so shit.
the scene where him and the teacher, whatever, and Julia, they're eating to get like they're having food together, and she's like, My mom died when my mom died when I was 12," and the kid's like, "Me too," and no, the kid's like, "I'm 12."
I know.
Like, yeah, really, that oh gosh, and I don't know, Julia's a weird character. There's something else that I wanted to bring up, and I just remembered it now. She's going shopping, right? And she's getting stuff, and she looks at a beer
Who's
bottle.
an alcoholic?
She's an alcoholic, and the way they showed it is her staring at this bottle.
She's like a cartoon character, just
Like
ooh, just
staring at it for
hypnotized.
a long period
Licking
of
her
time. It's like,
lips. Mm.
and then yeah, it was very odd. She doesn't have a good relationship with her dad either.
Right.
We
I
find
want to
out.
get more into that character because
You want to get?
she
We
seems
can
to
go
have a
again.
lot of history. There's a
Hmm.
lot you can talk about with like her brother. They have an
Hmm.
interesting relationship,
Yeah,
obviously.
I don't want to
I think it's
bounce.
pretty cool,
Right.
but I feel like there's a lot to her backstory that they don't really fully go into. I guess it
I
wasn't super important to the story.
Right. I do feel like they cut it out, and I wonder what it would be like if they kept more of that in. Cause like there's a part in the movie where the brother's like, "I've been through stuff too," and we don't find out what he like. Immediately, my first thing's like, "What have you been through?" You know,
Honestly,
like
scene I really was being a bitch. She was kind of overreacting.
but the
I
like
was the only one abused. You can't say shit. Ah! Like, fuck off, Julia. He's just trying this man.
I kind of wanted the brother to die. Like, I'm just putting it
I
out
thought it
there.
was coming. Okay,
Me too.
I don't want to
Um,
skip too much forward, but that part where he gets attacked by the Wendigo, the acting is so fucking bad. I
I'm trying
couldn't
to.
breathe.
I remember him in something. I'm trying to remember what he's in, but I can't.
Probably in a
Google's not
comedy or
helping.
something. But he gets
Probably.
thrown on the floor and he's like all beat up and scratched up and
Hmm.
he's like, "Ugh, I'm dying." And she starts trying to drag him and he just starts speaking normally like some drunk guy. Just, where are you taking me?
He was also not good in this movie. like
He had
like
some scenes where I was like, okay, not
mhm,
bad.
mhm.
No one's consistent in this movie, I find.
Especially the children.
Yeah,
And
they're really bad, but so is the cop. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's kind of good, and then next thing you know, he's acting like a fucking moron.
I'm happy
That
that the younger brother didn't say like he did not have that many lines because I was like
Yeah, thank fuck, because he was really,
there
really
would be
bad. Every time he opened his mouth,
no even like when he's like just standing. I'm like you're looking at someone who's like looking at you out of the camera. Like the camera's you're looking at someone behind the camera, you know? It's like, mm. But yeah. Um the m- so we're back kind of like the teacher, whatever her name is, Julia
oh,
is kind of
sorry, hold up.
concerned. Oh no. Do you dial up? Matthew. No.
Sorry.
I lost you. I have to
What?
cut this out. Damn it. Um
Ugh,
we're back now.
go
So
back.
Julia is kind of concerned because this kid's getting in fights with people. Um, and she's like, like she's kind of looking at him like he's skinny and he looks sick, you know. And apparently, like the cops were trying to get involved, but then their mom, like the kid's mom, died, and the cops are like, the judge is like, I think this man, their daddy.
This crack addict daddy can take
No,
care of
like
these kids.
they picked a good actor for that because I looked at him like, why do you have children?
He's the best actor. He's the best actor in the show.
Yeah,
Honestly, he's consistent. Even when he's possessed, it looks good. He
yeah.
really went in it. Yeah, I like it.
Hopefully that is. Hopefully he did the makeup and everything. If not,
I
I think
mean,
you're wrong, Matthew.
to be fair, there's a lot of CG. I noticed, especially near the end. Like a lot. Like a lot of it looked kind of dumb and obviously fake, but like it's good enough, I guess. You know,
That's why they kept it in the shadows.
it really is. It's
Mm.
always
Oh yeah,
dark when they use their shitty CG.
I know.
Film
But yeah,
school.
I know, right? Like, look at me, guys. I'm in film school. I don't know if I told you. What are you? What are you, McPherson? Am I calling
some
you that?
some dumb welder. Wow, dude, did you say
What?
my name?
No, I
Wow.
said McPherson.
Yeah,
McFurious. My bad.
that's right. Yeah, you just doxed me in the first episode.
No, McPherson. McPherson. What? What do you? I know.
McThirst.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have a fuck. Okay.
That's so much better. I'm your co-host McThirsty. Coming at you.
Ooh. But wait, where am I? Oh yeah, the teacher's finding out like why the dad still takes care of the kids,
Hmm.
which is like surprising. And then she goes to the principal, and the principal's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna really do anything."
Yeah, I found that dumb. Like the signs were obvious, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll maybe look into it in 3 days." Like, what's the big fucking deal, principal?
And things are starting to get weird in town. Did I'm just curious because I did not see this. Did the guy who's becoming a Wendigo, did he escape and eat someone?
Yeah.
Okay, he did do that. Okay. I don't know how you felt about that effect. Did you think they were good or bad? Like the body.
Um,
It looked okay. It looked
like when
good.
he's eating the body.
No, like when you see the body completely like eaten.
Oh, um, that's a bit further on, but
Oh
it's
shit.
okay.
No,
Well,
like
no, that's
the
what happens though, because soon the girl does get the principal to go over to the house, and she's
yeah.
okay. We're giving her an award, dumbest character in the fucking movie by
No, she's an
far.
idiot. But like
Fucking moron.
there's another body they found, right? In the town?
Yeah, they found it in the woods. That was like the first
So
dead
what
body mystery.
yeah, and that was by the guy, right? Or is that just random body that they found?
I didn't really figure that out because at that point, I don't think he would have escaped.
Okay,
What
so
I
but the
was thinking is
plot
that I thought the kid like supplied a fully grown man to the Wendigo, and that's what was left. I was like, oh, maybe.
I have
They
no
don't
idea
really
the plot.
explain that, I don't think.
Yeah, there's certain things they don't really explain that well. But anyways,
Yes.
whatever. But yeah, the principal goes to the kid's house
She's
and
very dumb. She
she's
just
so
starts.
dumb.
She opens the door and she hears like kids crying. Which, if you know, she doesn't know there's a Wendigo there, so she'd go, "Oh shit, there really is abused children here." The first thing she should have done is walk out the door, call the
Call
fun
911.
police,
Honestly, like
because
the police, to be
her
honest.
plan was to go in there and like find the kids, even though she knows full well that the dad is a crackhead and would probably kill her if he found her.
Yeah, and you hear crying kids, you in general, and you're like going to like don't and also go by yourself.
No,
Listeners out there, if you're going to explore a place, bring your friend.
so that
Bring
they eat
your
your friend first. Then you can get
exactly.
away.
It's like a
Yeah.
bear. It's like a bear
Yeah.
using to outrun your friend. Sorry,
I'm
to be
glad that
honest.
we would both do that.
To be honest, I think you're probably outrun me. Me
Tough
and my
luck, man.
asthma, my asthma. I'm gonna be coughing, and you're just gonna keep running. You just hear me cough and wheeze.
But
But yeah,
yeah, to
don't.
make it worse, the icing on the cake in that scene is that
Mhm.
she finally gets to the attic where the sick dad and kid are hiding.
Hmm.
And like she opens the fucking door and she hears like the craziest shit upstairs. And she still keeps walking up and then she finds blood all over the stairs.
Which
Blood
like leave.
everywhere. And she's just like, "Oh, I'm just going to keep going up." Like,
No,
what
you
are you
leave.
doing? You just leave. If I
Like
saw that, I would think there's dead people up and turn around instantly.
like even if it wasn't human blood, you don't want to get involved in that.
There's too
Let's
much
be
blood. Like, that's
she
concerning.
deserved to die. She deserved to
She
die.
did.
You know? Yeah.
To
Anyways,
add to that, I think her death looked fairly good. The effects,
okay.
it was pretty okay. Like when the monster bit out her throat and shit, it looked fairly legit. I'm like, oh damn, yeah,
Mm,
okay. Like it was
mm.
pretty violent, brutal death.
A little snack. Boy, did
A
it
little
hurt.
snack, a little munchie. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Um. Uh, oh, I have on my note. Why do I have this? Okay, I have in my notes. The boy gets called the F slur, and I was like, wow, did this movie deserve
Wow,
that? Does this movie deserve
this
that?
movie is
No.
so inappropriate for my children.
He gets called the no, like the F slur.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
true.
Good. Okay. And I was like, why? This movie's rated R, so
Whoa.
I don't know if your kids should be watching this, guys.
Every kid watching this, get out of the
Leave.
room right now. We're really disappointed in
Grandma,
you. Can stay, baby.
Grandma, get out! Leave.
Run far.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What I have on my list
Yeah.
is it says cops acting goes out the shithole. So it must have got really bad.
Mm.
This is where I noticed about the movie is that like the start was really good.
Right.
The medium was pretty good, and the end was kind of stale,
Shit.
honestly.
Wasn't
It
shit,
was
but
not that great.
it was like,
Like it was passable. It's what you
yeah.
thought it would be, but it was missing potential. It's
It's
kind
like,
of goofy.
it's like writing an essay and then having at your like final paragraph. This is why blah 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 blah
And
blah,
they all
and
lived
not
happily ever after. It's like, oh,
period.
they could have put so much more into it.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
and then what happens? The one boy, the daddy Wendigo. He's a
Mm,
daddy Wendigo now.
mm.
Does anything happen? Okay, I'm gonna say something. Tell me if anything happens before that.
Did you not finish
Basically,
this?
I didn't finish it. I just memories fuzzy. Okay,
Okay, alright,
okay.
alright, alright. Yeah.
We see antlers come out of his mouth, and now
Yeah.
he's officially a Wendigo, and he leaves, right?
Well, at that point, what's really happening is like,
Mm,
well, I guess that's up for debate. I was thinking that's the Wendigo spirit coming out in physical form, like it's a physical Wendigo now, and that the dead
right,
body was like a husk, right? Like that is
right.
actually Daddy, and he's dead
Oh,
now because it just burst out of him. I don't
right.
think Daddy turned into Wendigo. He was just used to
So
hatch a Wendigo.
so
The
Wendigo
capsule.
So the Wendigo, in a way, was like it was like a butterfly using Daddy, and Daddy's gone now.
Yeah, it was like a parasite.
Oh shoot,
That's
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 cool.
what it that's what it is. Which to
Okay,
add onto my note, that's something I hate about the ending.
mm,
Because they said in their story that it was like an evil spirit that would like go into people and shit. That's
right.
fine. But at the end, they make it seem like some sort of infection thing, like it's a disease.
Which it's not. There's like a
I
better. I
hate.
can't think of it. We need to find a better Wendigo movie and watch it because this one kind of disappointed me.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. There was
Okay,
some goofy shit. I rolled my eyes. I was expecting much worse though. How about we get
mm,
ranking? Let's get some stars up in here. Get some stars on the
are we
screen.
making this?
Bam.
Okay, my letterbox review would be little boy, bad actor, Wendigo,
Daddy. The
Daddy. Um,
movie.
Effects are costumes are okay. Dead bodies look cool.
Hmm.
Your turn.
Okay. Can I just rank it with stars out of
You can do
10
your own
stars?
thing. 10
Okay.
stars.
I would honestly. I would say it's a 7. Honestly,
7.
it's not
Okay.
that bad. It's not. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect.
Oh yeah. Do you? Because like, especially when they're showing like the one body. I'm assuming that's something to do with budget. Like they could have done way more in the small town.
Oh yeah.
I was like, they could easily make a show, like make many bodies disappearing in the small town. No one knows why, and they find out there's a Wendigo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would recommend watching it if if you enjoy like Wendigo, like as a creature, as a
Then
mythical
it's
creature.
fair.
Yeah, there are better movies out there, but this one came out like a few years ago. Also, I don't know if I told you this, Matthew. You get to choose the movie. If you want to say it now, you can. You don't have to.
Oh, I can choose a movie.
Yeah, so it's gonna go you choose and then I choose.
I like it. However, I want to
Mhm.
talk about one more thing before we wrap up this movie.
Yes. Yes.
At the end, I was talking about the infection, right? And how I thought that
Right.
was really dumb. Because,
Mm.
as you know, the sister and her brother survived, the cop guy.
Yeah.
And they adopt the little kid who survived
Right.
after they
Didn't.
killed it and everything. And at first, I'm like, oh, maybe the kid somehow got the evil spirit inside of him. Because he
Mhm.
looks fucking cracked out all the time. But no,
Right.
he's fine, and the sister's fine. But then the guy that got attacked by the Wendigo, the brother, he was like, "Oh, I'm coughing," and there was like black sludge in his saliva, and I'm like, "Wow, that's some like really? It's an infection now. Oh, I got Wendigo
Yeah.
disease."
The one thing. Oh yeah, I didn't like that because like they made it a affection where the Wendigo is literally like it's not your own doing, but you're the reason you become a Wendigo is because you eat human flesh.
Well,
Like
they made it sound more like, okay, I am.
zombie kind of
I
thing.
wish.
Oh
I
yeah.
wish I had MS Paint. I could just draw what I'm thinking. Imagine I'm like a spirit ball, right? I'm an
Yeah.
evil Wendigo spirit. I'm a bad guy, bitch. I do what I
Mhm.
want.
Mhm.
So the way this movie explains that this thing can just go in anyone at any time, just because it
Mm.
wants to. It doesn't
Right.
need a reason. It can just right into you, and you're instantly infected. I
Yeah.
like the original that you're thinking though, where like someone has to be driving to crazy to like
Yeah.
get into that state. But in this movie, they make it seem like if you just get this, you instantly just oh, I'm craving flesh and stuff. You didn't have to do anything. You could have lived a normal life, and then next
Yeah.
thing you know, I find that a bit
That's
dumb.
that's like when I found out about Wendigos. That's like the one thing that kind of interests me. Like even though like people like Native Americans had this way of like we all know not to kill people when like we all have the common knowledge not to kill people, you know? And
Right.
this was one way of showing people what could happen. Not what could happen, but like a fable about something that could happen, you know? And that was something that was interesting to me.
Hmm.
And they kind of just like didn't do that, and it was kind of disappointing. I'm sure there's a better Wendigo movie. You can we'll find it one day. I don't want to talk about Wendigos next in 2 weeks though.
I'll think of something
um.
else.
Oh yeah. Also, the reason we're doing this podcast is because we both have like lists of movies we want to see, and this is kind of like forcing both of us to see it. Maybe we should have said that to start. Whatever. If you stay till now, thank you.
I love you. Mm.
Okay, is that it? Do you want to?
There's
Um.
one more thing.
Okay.
All right, the icing on top of the icing on top of the cake, right?
Mm,
The fucking final fight with the Wendigo was dog shit.
it was so
Like,
bad. Oh, it was
the
just dark.
worst.
It was so
The
dark.
worst.
It would have been, and it was lame. That was really sad.
He was
I
just
do want
like.
to say
What?
it was beautiful. Like when they're outside, beautiful. Inside that mine, awful. Like,
My main problem was that the Wendigo was so like. He was like drunk. He was slowly approaching. He's like, "Rah, I'm
mm,
a Wendigo." Just getting
mm,
stabbed. Like, Wendigos are supposed to be fast, like violent creatures that could rip you in half with just like swipe. Where the fuck is
mm,
that Wendigo? He's just some slow, drunk Wendigo.
yeah.
Not a
But
fan.
they really disappointed me with that. I'm just being honest.
And he
We'll
just
find
kind of
better
looked like an
ones.
animatronic and a lot of CGI in that scene.
Yeah,
So much CG. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I don't know.
Anything else?
No, it's still getting a 7 out of 10 from me.
My
You know
review
it,
remains, but I'm adding beautiful autumn fall pumpkin spice
Daddy.
latte. Daddy. Anyways, that's it. You can subscribe to our YouTube. I'm gonna try and post this on Spotify. Who knows? Uh, thank you for watching our podcast. This is
Thank
Connor.
you, everybody.
This is Connor, and he's McPherson. Love you.